Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I wanted to do a reacting to your unpopular opinions video. I actually recently saw Angie do this video again, so I'll have her video down below. I've been doing these videos off and on for a while. I love doing these every so often. I always think it's fun to kind of hear your unpopular opinions, your hot takes, if you will. A lot of these are makeup related. Some of them are just general unpopular opinions, and I thought it would be fun to visit them. I asked on my Instagram story for your unpopular opinions, so thank you so much to those of you who participated. I got quite a lot, so I will hit up as many as I possibly can. And without further ado, we're gonna get into it. Oh, but I guess before we do, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my Instagram and TikTok by the time this video goes up. And as far as my accessories go, I really don't have a whole lot going on. These plugs today are from Love Kills Boutique. This is just a random choker, who knows where it's from, and this is a Neff brand beanie. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and chat about your unpopular opinions. All right, let's just kick it off with people buy too much makeup. You know, I feel like on paper, yeah, I feel like that's probably the case. I feel like humans as a general rule overconsume a bit too much of everything. You know, we should probably do something about that. But also on one hand, if like makeup is the only thing you really like treat yourself to, let that be that, you know what I mean? We only have so many things that make us happy in life. I feel like as long as you're not putting yourself in debt over it or buying things to literally not even use them, that would be a problem. But if you're treating yourself to things and it brings you joy, you know what, go ahead and do your thing. I feel like to sum up my thoughts, because I feel like I'm kind of rambling on this one, I feel like on paper, yes, we in general just buy too much of everything, but you know, as long as you're not putting yourself in debt over it and it's bringing you joy and you're actually using your stuff, then by all means, do your thing. Black lipstick is a must. I love a black lipstick. I feel like a black lipstick always remains in my top 10 favorite lipsticks. It's just absolutely necessary. My personal favorite is Black Moon Cosmetics Sleepwalker. The best black ever. It's so good. I love a black lipstick. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Everyone would look good in a black lipstick, even if you're scared of it. I just feel like it can look so fierce, and it doesn't even necessarily have to look like edgy and goth and super spooky or anything like that. It can also look just very elegant and classy. I love the look of just a very almost minimal glam eye with a black lip. I think it looks so striking and so beautiful. A black lipstick is very versatile. I feel like most people are too intimidated by it. Black licorice is nasty, but candy corn is good. I think I've only tried black licorice like once or twice in my life, and I absolutely hated it. I do like candy corn. It's not the candy that I'm gonna like eat in abundance. I'll probably have like a couple pieces and then I'm good to go. I do like the pumpkin shaped ones the best. I will give you that. I actually got quite a few that were similar to this exact one. Pat McGrath is highly overrated. So I can't really speak on the quality. I've never tried it. Unfortunately, Pat McGrath is not cruelty free, and plus it is a little out of my price range. I thought that was interesting to hear, and I would like to hear your opinions on that as well, because I really can't speak on it since I haven't tried anything. I don't feel like that would be fair. So I would love to hear your opinions down below. Not that it's really gonna influence me since I'm not shopping from that brand, but what do you think on that one? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Highly overrated? You know what I mean? Most makeup is good much longer than the expiration date suggests. I have eyeshadow palettes that are 4 years old and perform and feel and smell like new. You know, I feel like I definitely subscribe to that idea. There's certain things that I try to be a little more strict on, like mascara. I really don't want to keep using it past like that 3-month mark because it is next to my eyeballs. It's like literally my eyelashes like growing right next to my eyeballs. So that one I kind of agree with, and also like that one really truly does get funky after a little while. I feel like it is good to just kind of pay attention to how your makeup smells and how it's performing. You can kind of tell when it's not good anymore. Definitely don't keep it past that point. I will say if you're like a working makeup artist or something, your kit, that's something you should be a little bit more mindful of. I'm personally not a working makeup artist, but if I was, that would be something I'd be a lot more mindful of, just because you never want to risk things, you know what I mean? For the most part, I'm good with letting my products stick around as long as they're working fine and I'm enjoying them. Ooh, Unearthly Cosmetics is not that good. Well, my friend, I have to give you a hard disagree there. I love Unearthly Cosmetics. I think their formulas are really fun. I think they come up with really cool color stories and really fun and unique products. Obviously, not everything is gonna work for everybody. I don't feel like there's any brand on the planet that every single person is gonna vibe with, but I personally love Unearthly Cosmetics. I think they are such a fun brand. I feel drawn to use their stuff pretty frequently. Monochromatic eye looks are boring and lack creativity. I feel like on one hand, I get what you're saying. A monochromatic look is definitely very easy to just kind of throw together, but I feel like people do like tend to do monochromatic eye looks because they do look good, they're easy, they're simple, you can just bust it out, get it out of the way, and you have something fun, sometimes even kind of striking without taking too much time. Do I think it's boring? Not necessarily. Do I think monochromatic palettes are boring? Sometimes, depending on how it's executed. And as far as lacking creativity, I feel like that's all about the placement and what you're doing and even what colors you're using, you know what I mean? Maybe you're someone who truly just like doesn't have a lot of time to do your makeup, but you still want to do something fun, so you do tend to do monochromatic looks, but you're doing a different color every day. I don't feel like that's lacking creativity. I think that's a lot of fun. I feel like for me, if I was doing the exact same eye look every day, I personally wouldn't feel very creative, but maybe if I was doing like a monochromatic blue eye look every day, but I was kind of doing the placement differently, like maybe doing a reverse smoky eye one day and then maybe a halo eye the next day, I would still feel creative, but sticking within my like comfort zone of color, if that was a thing for me. I guess I mostly disagree with you. I don't think it's automatically boring and lacking creativity, but I understand what you're saying. It can feel like the easy way out. Nose blush will always be cute. I 100% agree. I feel like I'm not even super blushy today. The blush that I used today was like not the most pigmented. I feel like I have to really build it up, but I still have a little bit and I think it's so cute. I will always think it's cute. The horror industry is not giving their best and I'm yet to see a horror masterpiece. Are fair, I guess. I do have to ask you though, do you have your expectations set a little too high? If you've never seen like what you think as a perfect horror movie, maybe you should make your own movie then. I'm just picking on you. I mean, I feel like they're doing fine. I feel like there isn't an abundance of horror movies lately, but I've been pretty impressed. Like this year alone, Nope and The Black Phone were amazing. I absolutely loved them. So I feel like the horror industry is doing fine right now, personally. I love seeing the evolution of like back in the day, just like slasher films all the way to like now with like Nope, where it's super trippy and weird and multifaceted and there's so many things to dissect about it afterwards and you could talk about it for hours. I like seeing this like, I don't know, this difference in horror over the years. It's fun to see. Aliens and ghosts are real. Believed in them ever since I was 5. I fully believe that we cannot be the only like beings around, you know what I mean? The universe is so vast. There has to be aliens of some sort out there. It has to be. I feel like it's so closed-minded to not think that there's something else besides us. And as far as ghosts, I've personally not yet had a paranormal experience, but I don't not believe they're real. I feel like our energy has to go somewhere when we pass, you know what I mean? Whether we get reborn into something else, whether we just turn into nature of some sort, maybe our spirit sticks around on the planet. I don't know what happens, but I think they definitely could be real in some cases. I don't know if everyone turns into a ghost. I do feel like some people's spiritual energy would stick around. I feel like it just makes sense to me. Dr. Pepper Zero is the superior to all sodas. I do vibe with Dr. Pepper on occasion. I'm really not much of a soda person. I pretty much exclusively drink water. Usually if I am craving a soda, usually Diet Barks root beer is my go-to, or like a Diet Sprite. I like Sprite and root beer. I do vibe with a Dr. Pepper on the occasion though. Well, this one's directed towards me specifically. You want to try luxury makeup brands, but you can't afford them. Friend, I will have to disagree with you. Yes, luxury brands are like what I deem is out of my price range, but not because I'm simply like broke and can't afford it. I just don't want to spend my money in that way. I would much rather put my money towards other things. And not to mention, most luxury brands are not cruelty-free, so I'm simply not interested. And I guarantee you, if every single brand suddenly had to stop testing on animals and they were all available to me as far as the luxury brands go, I wouldn't pay most of them any attention still. I just am not into it. I feel like it's so overpriced for what it is. For me personally, I don't care about brand names. That's just not a thing that gets me going. So I'm just not interested, friend. Sorry to disappoint. that the idea of bright, bold makeup isn't wearable. I hate that word. I wear everything I want. Absolutely, I 100% am with you, my friend. I cannot stand the whole wearable thing. I've said that for years. I feel like if you want to wear it, it is wearable. I've even had people in my comment section on occasion, they're like, oh, you actually wear your looks to work? And I'm like, yeah. Yes, I will wear this in public. I have no problem with that. I feel very much myself when I have on bold makeup and colorful makeup and all the fun things. Once in a while, I wear something more toned down just because I feel like it, but honestly, it's few and far between and not because I want to feel wearable. Maybe it's just because I'm lazy, honestly. But yeah, I completely agree with you, my friend. Summer vacations are overrated. I prefer a spring or fall vacay. Yeah. I hate summer. We usually do something for my birthday in early July, but I would do anything to change birthdays. I do not prefer to travel in the summer. I feel like a lot of people talk about seasonal depression for the winter. My friend, this is seasonal depression for me. All I want to do is stay inside. I don't want to like see the light of day. I don't want the sun touching my skin. It's just hot and miserable, especially here in Florida. No, 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 I would much prefer to travel when it's colder out, for sure. Next up, YouTube is better than TikTok. TikTok overwhelms me sometimes. You know, I feel like, why can't we like both? You know what I mean? I personally use them for very different reasons. I know YouTube recently introduced the shorts and Instagram introduced the reels, so you can kind of get that TikTok form content everywhere, but I personally don't really care about shorts on YouTube. But YouTube I like for long form content. I like watching people do longer videos, whatever the video may be. I like it in a longer version so I can kind of put it on maybe as background noise, something like that. TikTok is what I use when I just mindlessly want to watch things in a quicker rate. Maybe if I want to pass the time very quick, TikTok's a great place to go. Or maybe if I just want to see a quick little video about something very specific. I use TikTok a lot for travel tips and stuff like that. If I'm visiting a new place, I will literally look up on TikTok verbatim things to do in blank city, or places to eat in blank city, vegan food in blank city, and it's very, very helpful for me. I can save all of that in very quick ways. So I like them both. I like them both in very different ways. So I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with you. If you prefer YouTube, that's all on you. I just use them for very different things. It's hard for me to compare them, you know what I mean? I'd rather have a really good matte than a pile of multi-chromes. I feel like for the longest time, I probably would have agreed with you because I was so much more of like, I have to have really pristine mattes before I can even go in with a shimmer. Now I'm kind of at a point where like, if I didn't even use a matte and I just threw like a really pretty shifty shimmer all over the lids, I can kind of make that work and I really enjoy it actually. So I don't know. I feel like I would probably pick the multi-chromes in this sense. I feel like I'd much rather have like a lot of really dimensional shifty shadows over just one really good matte, especially because I don't really do an all matte look. I'd much rather throw just one shimmer all over the lid than do a matte look most of the time. So I'm gonna disagree with you there, but again, that's all on you, my friend. I love that for you. If anything, that saves you money if you're not super into the multi-chromes. The glowy look is just sweaty. Well, you know what? I was gonna say, well, then let me look sweaty. I feel like I'm not even overly glowy today because I didn't really use cream products, but I did use like glowy powders. I love a glowy look though. I don't care how sweaty I look. I think it looks so good, but I naturally have like more normal, dry, leaning skin. So I like whatever's gonna make me feel the opposite. I don't wanna like look dry. I don't wanna look matte. I love that glowy look. I think it's so, so pretty. But again, to each their own. I totally understand. I have a lot of oily friends in my life who do not vibe with the glowy look. They want something more mattifying to kind of give them the opposite of what they naturally have. The combo of chocolate and peanut butter is gross. My most controversial opinion. I love chocolate peanut butter. That is so yummy to me. I think it is delicious. I have some controversial like food opinions too though. I hate ranch dressing. It's like one of my least favorite foods, condiments, what have you, ever. I can't stand it. And everyone loves ranch. Everyone wants to guzzle ranch on everything. I absolutely hate it. I think it's absolutely disgusting. Colourpop has to hate Halloween. I don't quite know what you mean here, my friend. I would love you to elaborate. Are you just saying Colourpop doesn't do like enough Halloween releases, or are you just disappointed in the ones they've done? I feel like in general, I would love to see more Halloween releases from brands. I feel like they've gotten better over the years, but I would love to see the amount of Halloween releases that we get for like Christmas time. I would love to see it. I love holiday themed releases. I think it's so fun. I would love to see more Halloween ones, and Colourpop surely has the potential to bust out like multiple types of Halloween themed products. It doesn't even have to be like with a franchise or anything. You could just throw some oranges and purples together. You know what I mean? Put a pumpkin on the cover. Give me something. I hate pineapple. I love pineapple. But I will say I can only eat it for so long because the acid makes my mouth sore after a little while, but I love pineapple. But I will say I don't like pineapple flavoring. Like if I had a bag of gummy bears, for instance, I always hate those clear pineapple flavored ones. That's disgusting, but real pineapple, I love. Bronzer is just a beige/brown blush. I don't wear both, just bronzer or blush. So with this one, I totally understand what you're saying. At the end of the day, they are just cheek products. Bronzer is gonna look more bronze leaning and blush is gonna be more typically colorful, like it's gonna have more of a color to it. But I personally do find them to perform in different ways. I feel like what I look for in a bronzer is not what I look for in a blush. For instance, I don't want my bronzer to be nearly as pigmented as my blush. I want it to be something I can build up and just add warmth and dimension to the skin without necessarily having like a block of color. I love the mixture of both. I think it adds the dimension really nicely, and then I can add that pop of color where I want to see it, whether it be here, on the apples, on the nose, whereas the bronzer is helping me kind of give more dimension to my face. I'm not defining my face with it because that's more of like a contoured kind of product. I personally see the benefit in both. I enjoy using both. I like the combinations that you can create by using different bronzers and blushes together. But again, I'm happy for you. If anything, again, that saves you money if you're not utilizing both products in the same way. If you're able to just use kind of one and get the job done for you and your face, then that is wonderful, my friend. Love that for you. I think we'll probably wrap this up here soon. Let's just do a few more. Peanut butter is way better than Nutella. I've always enjoyed peanut butter more. It's like, it's such a versatile food, you know what I mean? You can have it with sweet things and salty things, and I love peanut butter. Nutella, I have to very much be in the mood for, and it's not often. It's not really something I even buy at the store. It's kind of just one of those things like, if it were presented to me with like fruit or something, I might partake in it, but it's really not like my go-to. I like it, but peanut butter is supreme for me. I can't do makeup without adding freckles, though I think many enjoy freckles nowadays. I'm very happy to see that the fake freckle hate has died down over the years because it was honestly really annoying. Like, why are we hating on the way people like to do their makeup? Like, if you don't want to wear fake freckles, just simply don't. It's not that deep at the end of the day. And I feel like the go-to thing people always say is like, oh, the same people that used to bully me for my freckles are wearing them now. I would love to report that I've never bullied someone for freckles. I actually used to have some natural freckles on my face when I was a kid because I actually went out in the sun more. My shoulders are still freckly. I just love freckles. I think they're cute, and if anything, I feel like it's been a really good movement because it helped kind of highlight and show the beauty in people's natural kind of skin things, you know what I mean? Like, people naturally have freckles, people naturally have different spots on their face. I mean, I have these 2 moles on my face that I've had my whole life. And I think it's cool to kind of showcase that, like, not everyone is going to have that, like, smooth, perfectly clear, one color complexion, you know what I mean? I love fake freckles, so that went off on a whole other tangent. I agree with you, my friend. I simply do not feel myself if I don't have fake freckles. And then maybe we'll finish it off on this last one here. Charlotte Tilbury complexion products look amazing, but only if you follow like 15 exact steps beforehand. This is another one that I'd love to hear your opinion on because I've only ever used one Charlotte Tilbury thing in my life, and it was the Hollywood Flawless Filter. And I actually did enjoy using it like mixed with my foundation or right underneath my foundation just for a little something extra. It was a sample that one of my long-term salon guests gave me, and I enjoyed using it, and I've since finished it. I do want to try that new e.l.f. one though. That's supposed to be a dupe. I very, very much am interested in that. So I can't really speak on the other Charlotte Tilbury complexion products. I would love to hear your thoughts. I feel like I hear nothing but good things. So I would love to know if you feel like the complexion products are finicky. Like, they look good when they look good, but you have to like follow a whole routine to make them work. What are your thoughts on that? And that, my friends, is gonna wrap it up for this unpopular opinions video. Thank you again so much for submitting yours. And if I missed yours, I'm so sorry. Tried to run through as many as I can, but I also didn't want this video to be like an hour long. So here we are now. If you have more things you want to add in the comment section below with the ones that I reacted to today, or maybe you want to add your own, go for it. I would love to hear them. But of course, let's always be friendly. I feel like sometimes unpopular opinions can bring out the worst in people. Just because we don't always agree on everything doesn't mean we can't be friends. As long as you're a decent human being, then we can vibe. If you made it to the end of this video, ooh, why don't you leave me an emoji that you feel like you see everybody use that you never use? I feel like that fits in with the theme. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the Baddie Bean fam. I am Baddie Bean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days over here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. Bronze tone. Kanade. Do you have something you want to say? Was this a hot take that really got to you? Yeah.